So my name is Gaynor from FitFish, and tonight I'm going to be talking about Fab Flexibility. So what exactly is the definition of flexibility? Well, the definition of flexibility is the range of movement around a joint. So it's your maximum range of movement around a joint. And this is specific to the joint. So it might be that you've got very flexible shoulder, but you're tight in the hips, or your knees are very flexible, but your back isn't. So it's very specific to an area, and there's lots of different things that can affect flexibility. Even the time of day can affect your flexibility. So you might find that you're more flexible in the evening after your body's warmed up and is used to more movement. Your age can affect your flexibility. As you get older, your joints can seize up slightly and it's harder to get that flexibility back. Different things affecting it. So any extra tissue. So in other words, if you have a little bit of a belly, you might find that your flexibility is hindered. Also, if you have too big muscles, then sometimes your flexibility can be hindered. And also, if your muscles are tight and overused, then that can hinder your flexibility too. So there's lots of different things that affect your flexibility. Also in pregnancy, so if you're pregnant, then the hormones that are in your body when you're pregnant mean that you can actually be over flexible. And there can be a lot of elasticity around the joints. So that's why it's advised when you're pregnant not to hold stretches for too long and not to stretch overly and too much, because you could do damage. So you don't want to be too flexible. You ideally don't want to be double jointed, although you can't help it if you are, or can't think of the word, flexible. But a normal good range of motion so that you can carry on with life is good. And it's important because it helps your posture. It helps your everyday movement and the tasks that you're able to carry out without needing help or support. It helps to support your bones and your muscles. It makes sure that you hang properly, as it were, and it helps you to hypermobile, that's one, and it helps you to line up. So if you've got enough flexibility in your body, then your muscles, your joints, your ligaments, your bones, your structure is in alignment and how it should hang. Whereas if you don't have enough flexibility in some areas, that can lead to misalignments, and you might have experienced that actually you could have a tightness in your shoulder, but it causes a problem in your ankle, because we're all linked. And so if we don't have enough flexibility in all areas, then it can put our body a little bit out of sync. So how can you improve your flexibility? Well, the main thing that you can do is stretching. So by stretching your muscles, you improve your flexibility. And there's two different kinds of stretching in the main, simplifying it, but there's mainly two kinds of different types of stretching, and that's dynamic and static. So whenever your body's cold, not warmed up, you're about to start exercising, then you need to be doing dynamic stretches. So that's slow movement of the joint to warm up the muscles slowly. So it might be something like squatting up and down and not using it as a muscle exercise, but just the motion. Or it might be tapping your feet behind you or kicking your legs in front of you. That kind of thing is dynamic stretching. Because if you had a cold balloon that you were trying to blow up, you wouldn't just be able to blow it straight away, because you need to stretch it, especially those long ones. You need to stretch it so it's got enough warmth in it for you to increase its volume and to blow it up. And it's the same with our muscles. You don't want to go into static stretches when your body is cold. So before you exercise, it's important to warm up, but it's important to do that with dynamic stretching. Or if you're going for a jog, then walking is a great warm-up. If you're going for a walk, then a slower walk is a great warm-up. And make sure your muscles are warmed up before you do any kind of exercise. And at the end of exercise, what's happened when we're exercising is that our muscles have tightened and they've been worked, so they're contracting to move our joints, and they get smaller. So what you want to do is then gradually return the muscle to their original size. So that's why we do static stretching at the end of exercise when our muscles are nice and warm. And it's important to keep breathing when you do static stretches to enable that muscle to return to its normal length, so to make sure there's enough oxygen in the blood to help the muscle return to its normal length. So that's why stretching is so important. So how often should we be stretching? Well, definitely before and after exercise sessions, otherwise you will experience tighter muscles and more muscle soreness and actually maybe do some damage as well. If you could have a dedicated session per week of stretching, that would be really, really good. So you might want to put on some music or listen to a podcast, watch TV, whatever it is, and gradually remember to do those dynamic stretches first, so those gradual movements to warm the muscles up before you go into the longer stretches. And it doesn't take long to notice improvements and benefits. And if there's certain areas of your body now that you know are quite tight and inflexible, then you can use that as your benchmark and work on those areas and see if you can notice an improvement, because it really can benefit your health in the longer term. It can keep you more mobile, more agile, and more able to continue with your purpose and your everyday tasks, as well as the exercise that you want to do and the lifestyle that you want to live. And you can prevent some injuries that might happen in older age as well. So I hope that was helpful. If you could type something that you learned or something that was helpful for you or something you're going to act on, that would be absolutely brilliant. You're welcome to join us for our exercise sessions, fit-fish.co.uk/exercise. It'd be lovely to see you there. And also there's lots and lots and lots of videos on our website in the blog section. So have a look through those, or make sure you're signed up to our emails, which you can also do on the website, to make sure that you get them in your inbox too. Lovely to see you. Write me a message and take care, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye bye.